take a few minutes. Hello, ladies. How are you? I say hello, ladies. How are you? How are you? Nice to see you.
All right, Jack, let's get started.
Okay.
So today's event, as you know, is all about celebrating a new partnership between Six Flags, Straight Clips, Atlanta Motor Speedway, and of course Feed the Children. All to raise funds in support of our homeless backpack program. We so appreciate you being here. Thank you. But to get the obvious question out of the way, Jack, how's your March Madness bracket going?
I haven't filled it out yet.
You haven't?
No, and I'm actually kind of upset because I saw yesterday that Warren Buffett said he would give $1 billion to whoever figured it out, but I didn't get that message earlier. I was pissed.
Children, and have for quite some time, to the point where you have supported our work for a number of years. You've attended events, 13 in fact, in 8 states across the United States. Tell me, what does it mean to support the work of Feed the Children?
I think it's a wonderful organization. I think we need more organizations such as Feed the Children. They do a beautiful, a great job, and just helping people in need. If we can put a smile on a person's or a family's face, then I think we've done ourselves a service. And it's just a great thing. We've like you said, we've done 13 of these in 8 different states, and to just see families smile, just to see children smile, and just to, help these people out is a wonderful thing. And I just, pray and hope that, we as a people can do more.
So now you have an actual personal story associated with this, growing up. Can you talk a little bit about that? Why do you have such a heart for children that are in need?
Because my family was one of those families in need. And, every now and then, we used to have to go to the Army base and get the government cheese. You ever eat the government cheese?
Yeah. Grilled cheese.
If you get that and make a grilled cheese sandwich, you won't go to the bathroom for about 5 minutes. The cheese is so thick. So, we used to have to get cheese and crackers and, stuff like that. And then one day, my father came across some extra money. He said, let's go get something to eat. So, when I say go get something to eat, I don't mean a sit-down restaurant. I mean McDonald's, Burger King, White Castle. So this day we went to White Castle, and he ordered 6 double cheese. I ordered 6 double cheese, and we couldn't finish them all. So on the way home, we saw a guy who had a sign, and the sign said, "We'll work for food." My father said, "Hey, let's give him them cheeseburgers." I was like, "No, I'm gonna eat them for later." And he's like, "Son, this guy needs this food more than we need it. And if you ever make it big time, just help those in need." So. That was in 1979, and I was 7 years old. And, that day and that conversation has always stood with me. Basically we said, if you can help those in need, just help them. So whenever I can do something, I'm always there.
So there are a number of anti-hunger organizations and charities around the world, quite frankly. In your opinion, what makes Feed the Children different, and why should, particularly all the wonderful folks who are out here in the audience today, fundraise on behalf of that organization?
Feed the Children, they give away some great goodies. Excellent goodies. My mother did a Women's Day one day, and they had the makeup kits, and they had the nail polish stuff. It was just great. And I've always said if we get one organization to just take care of one state, the world will be a better place. I do certain things in Atlanta, Louisiana, Texas, LA, and I'm just one person, but we get one big time person or one big time corporation, just take care of one state or one city. I think the world will be a better place. But Feed the Children, they give away some great goodies.
I think you're absolutely right. It's all about the power of one, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Each of us can make a difference. So you've obviously had a remarkable and successful career, and the impact that your father had on you shaped who you are today. Can you talk about why it's important to you to give back and what you've learned along the way?
I consider it giving back, and I also consider it doing what my parents told me to do. Because my mother's a Southern woman, and she can still pull a bell on it. And I take credit for a lot of things that I do, but it's really not me. It's my mother, woman who I'm absolutely in love with, but you know, she'll call me and say, hey, do this, and I can't tell her no, so I'll just do it. You know, one day she was at the Boys and Girls Club, and she called me kind of shy. She said, baby, I need $1,000. And I was like, why? She was like, well, there's about 5,000 people here. I can't buy them all toys, so I'm gonna just take 1,000 buy some. I said, no, just tell them to write what they want. You know, 5 toys each, fax it to me later. So she faxed it to me later that night, and that's how Shaka calls was invented. It was when my mother was very shy. I've been around for the last 20 years, and you know, like I said, I wish I could take all the credit for all the stuff that I've been doing, but it's definitely my mother and my father who just passed away recently. You know, everything that I've done charity-wise has always been him calling me and saying, take your blood over there and do it, or else.
That sounds like a good mom.
Yes.
I know I've said that to my kids.
All you gotta do is pull out that belt.
I'm taking notes, Shaq. Thank you. Okay, so one final question. So Feed the Children's Backpack Program has reached more than half of the homeless children in the United States. So that's 700,000 homeless children. Why do you think it's important to serve those without access to stable home conditions, and in particular, those who are struggling to make ends meet?
You know, in this world, you know, I read a stat that said most people, even working people, are 3 missed paychecks away from being homeless. And, you know, the number you just read, 700,000 homeless kids. I mean, to even see 7 homeless kids is very, it's too much. It's touching. So, you know, because kids, you know, they have no control over their parents' finances, their parents' decisions or whatever. And, you know, that's why it's just always good to help. And, you know, that's why I'm always there. But 700,000 in this country is way too many homeless children. Way too many. Homeless people, period. Like when I ride past the 285 and I see all those people laying on the bridge, very sad, very touching, you know, just wish it's something more that we can do for the people. Like if I could take care of all the homeless people in the world, trust me, I would, but I didn't fill out that $1 billion bracket, so.
Well, we appreciate your support, Shaq, very much. Thank you for being here.
Any questions from the audience? No questions from the
Anybody have a
audience?
question?
Picture. You want me to draw a picture? You got a question? All right, come on up here. You gotta tell me your name and what you want to be when you grow up. Stand right there. And listen, put your chest out. There's some pretty girls on there. What's your name?
Dylan,
What you want to be when you grow up?
a baseball player.
All right. What's your question?
How old were you when you were 8?
How old I was at? That's a tough question. Let me see. How old I was at? No, how tall was I? I know you're nervous. It's okay. Let me see. I was probably about 8 years old. I was probably about right here. And you know how I got that big? I'm gonna tell you, it's a secret. I ate all my frosted flakes. Frosted flakes, I'm telling you. All right? Good job. Any more questions? Come on up. Do we have any music in the house? I'm gonna make you dance before you ask a question. You gotta dance before you ask a question. Yeah, just a little bit. Everybody clap. Let's go. I saw you downtown last week. Let's go. Let's go. No, I'm just playing. What's your name and what's your question?
My name is Jamie, and how does it feel to be so outgoing?
Be 7 feet. You know, believe it or not, growing up, I was very shy, very embarrassed to be 7 foot. So I mastered ways of being a little guy inside a big body, and it eventually helped me become a world famous athlete. You know, even though I'm 40, I'm told all the time by my mom and my girlfriend that I'm only 12. It's very silly. dancing? Okay, no dancing, all right. What's your question?
You are a graduate of LSU University. Do you ever just up and want to go back and just watch them play? When you do have time.
Well, I make it a mission to go back to the first football game every year. I've been doing that 20 years. My friends always make fun of it. It's called the Shack Walk, where like I walk around the stadium and people make a lot of noise, but I don't really want to watch the basketball team play. That's not that good. Not yet. It will be.
I have a question.
All right, come on up.
What advice do you have for young kids that want to be a professional athlete? What advice do you have?
Well, the first thing I would tell the kids is always listen to your parents. Always. You know, and I can say we because I'm still a child sometimes. We as children, sometimes we like to think we know it all, but we don't. And I have the same conversation with my children all the time about how to do things. That's rule number one. Rule number two is dream your dream, believe your dream, and own your dream. And rule number three is never let anyone tell you that you can't do it. I was told many times, especially at 6'9", that you would never make it. You'd be in the Army like your father. I was told because I scored low on the SAT that you won't do well in college. And I graduated, got my master's, also got my doctorate. And then last rule is use criticism as motivation. You know, like I love when people tell me I can't do it. Like one of these guys told me I couldn't fit on the ride. And I squeezed my big ass around. I was in the ride with this. I said, I can't do that shit. I'm a big boy. And I was running the ride, so, excuse my language, please. But those are the rules. Listen to your parents, use criticism as motivation, dream your dream, believe your dream, and own your dream. That's it. Thank you. You want to kiss me or something, you all right? Not the Hawks, Hawks stink. Just playing, James. No, the favorite team is probably the Lakers. You know, meeting the great Phil Jackson, he taught me how to take it to the next level and become more of a great leader and become more of a champion, and was able to win 3 and was able to leave there and win 1 in Miami. Then I started getting old and things started going bad for me. And I ended with a career-ending injury, but you know, the crazy thing about my career-ending injury is that as a youngster I was programmed for that. Like my mother and father did a great job. Like for example, like I'd score 30 points. And then instead of my parents saying, great game, they were saying, you know you made a C on that test. What you gonna do if you hurt your knee and can't ever play again? They used to do that all the time. So it forced me to get education, forced me to have things to fall back on. So when I had that career-ending injury, I took a couple months off, and then because of me being educated and knowing people and doing the right thing and staying out of trouble, I was able to, you know, make an easy transition. Because for us athletes, 80% of all athletes when they're done playing are broke. I don't want to be one of those numbers.
All right.
You got the best question so far. How old were you when you were 8? Yeah. You are?
Yep.
I'm a tall lady.
I'm 6 foot tall, by the way, not 7'1". I have a very serious question. All the hairstylists here want to know who cuts your hair.
Me. No, because it's easy. I get the shave because nobody knows it, but I'm going bald right at the top. Yeah, see it? So I took the shaving cream and I'm just shaving with the razor. I had a beard, but It was starting to look a little scruffy, so I had to shave it.
Cool.
All
I
right.
figured you were gonna say that.
Yes.
Can I have a picture?
Sure. Got a camera? You want me to stand up?
Okay, yeah.